Hi guys, Will here from WB Trading and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well. I'd really appreciate that. For all of you who are already subscribers, again, welcome back. Now, we'll jump straight into the video today. A bit of I was going to use the word kind of an emergency video today. It's not really an emergency at all, to be honest. It's just really relevant to timing, basically. Now, the first thing that I'll say, you can see my notes over here. This is not financial advice. Don't copy me. Do your own research. All of the usual stuff. Okay. Now, with that said, why are we looking at the Ethereum and the Bitcoin markets in today's video? Well, a few months ago now, and I was having this conversation with my team here at WB Trading on Monday. A few months ago, one of my friends who is not a trader at all, doesn't really know much about financial markets, he had bought Bitcoin quite a while back. I think he bought it somewhere in 2021, around here, I believe. He was up quite a bit. He held the crypto for a very long time. And when it started coming back, he started to ask me, where was it? I think it was about January-ish this year, that he popped me a message on Facebook and just said, hi, Will, the markets are almost back at where I bought Bitcoin. What should I do? Should I hold it? Should I sell it? Where's the market going to head? And so on and so forth. And all I pointed out to my friend was one single thing. And I want to point that out to you guys right now. And that is this red line that you can see on both the Ether market and also on the Bitcoin market over here. Now, what does this actually represent? Okay, what does it show us? This red line is the 200-day weekly average price of the market. Okay, so all price considered across the last 200-week period, this is the average price of the market. So if we rewind back to the highs, okay, we were very, very, very extremely far away from this average. And I can tell you this for a fact, okay, whatever the market, price always gets back to the average eventually, right? Now, sometimes, in fact, as we've actually seen here, price can stay away from this for a very long time, months, years, right? A very, very, very long time. That's all I'll say. But price always gets back there in the end. So when we were up here, I mean, I knew that obviously, no one can predict the market. No one knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. But man, when you are this far away from the average, it's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable. Anyway, long story short, back to the story about my friend. All I told him was this. I said, look, I can't predict the market. I don't know where we're going to go next, but I'll tell you one thing. This is the average, and we're going to get back there eventually. Many things could have happened. I mean, price could have come, flown off, made new highs. Again, nobody can predict the market, and I'm certainly not predicting the market here. I do not know what's going to happen next, whether we come up from here, down from here, whatever. But just bear that in mind for the future. Whether you're a trader, whether you're an investor, whether you're none of those and you're just kind of putting some money in crypto for the future, always useful to bear that in mind. Okay. Now, second to that, the next point that I'll make is I don't really trade the crypto markets. Okay. And I did not touch the markets when this craziness was going on because of what I just mentioned, basically. I have traded crypto in the past. I started trading crypto many years ago before it was even a big thing, a kind of commercial thing. So I've had my eye on crypto for many years, that I will say. But anyway, right now, we're at prices that we might never see again, basically. Now, that is a prediction. Okay, that's me straight up predicting there. But it's quite rare to see a market that's down from 69 to well, touching on the teens. Now down at the 20s range via Bitcoin anyway, and pretty much the same for Ethereum in terms of percentage drawdown here. And this is something that personally, I have started actually putting some capital into recently, because again, I've got some money that I don't mind risking. And hell, I mean, from what we've seen from crypto, from what we've all heard about crypto, the research that some close personal friends of mine have done, this is an opportunity that's on the table here. And again, not financial advice, but I think if you do have some spare capital on the sidelines, this is an opportunity to be considered, basically. Now, I've talked to you about what I was waiting for and the average price and so on and so forth. But what I've been watching over the last few weeks was this low here, so close to the average price. And I'd agreed with myself, if we break this low and sustain the break, we do get back to the average, I'll start to deploy some capital in tranches. Okay, and what do I mean by that? If you don't know what a tranche is, it's just another word for a portion, basically. So I've got a portion of capital set aside, and I've started deploying it over the last few days. So I've bought Ethereum 1256. I've also just bought a few hours ago down at 1038, which is this line down here. I've also bought Bitcoin 23.8 and I bought Bitcoin 20.3. And yeah, long story short, if we are able to come down further, then I'm going to carry on deploying capital into 6 tranches, the lower that we get, basically. So one thing that I will say, I'm keeping this very, very mechanical. Okay, so there's no emotion, there's no best guesses or anything like that. I've been strategic and I've been mechanical, as is the way that I trade, and I always have traded here. I'm not going to go into the whole strategy, the thesis behind this and all that craziness. But what I will say for anybody getting it sorry, let me say that again. What I will say for anybody looking to get into crypto at the moment is expect the worst and plan for the best. Okay, you need to have a plan. You need to stick to that plan. And ideally, it should be mechanical, it should be rule-based. So for example, I know at what exact price I'm going to deploy my next tranche of capital. So when we get to a specific price on Ethereum, when we get to a specific price on Bitcoin, I'll put my 3rd tranche in. When we get to another specific price, I'll put my 4th tranche in, and so on and so forth. This is just personal opinion. I'll share this with you. I think there's only 2 prices that I expect the rough bottom to be, and that's around 15.5. And if we do hold below 15.5, I'm looking at about 10.5, 11. Again, I won't go into the data and the stats and all of that crazy stuff on why I'm expecting that. But yeah, that's how I'm seeing this. That's how I'm actually trading this. These are the prices that I bought so far. Looks like I've pretty much bought the Ethereum low today, pretty much bought the Bitcoin low today as well, which is nice. But another thing I'll say is technically I'm dollar cost averaging almost here, just waiting for the prices that I want to buy to be hit. As soon as they're hit, I put in the next tranche of the capital that I've set aside. And again, you need to have a strict plan in place. Don't just go jumping into crypto. Decide on exactly how much capital you want to deploy, you want to actually put in, number one. And then if you don't have a strategy, the best thing that you can do is dollar cost average. Okay, and what that means is slowly and steadily and consistently buying into the market and achieving an average price. So for example, you might decide, right, first of every month, I'm going to put in X. And then every first of the month, you put X in again. And then over the long term, well, it just keeps you safe, basically, and you achieve an average price, which has worked very, very well historically. We won't kind of dive into that and go crazy, but it doesn't take a genius to look back at the history of these crypto markets. And if you would have dollar cost averaged you'll have done very well, without a doubt. So last thing for me to share is my time horizon, really. Now, one thing I will say, the money that I'm putting into crypto here, I don't need it. I could lose this, not a problem. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to stop me paying the bills and so on and so forth, which is really important. I know it's an age-old saying, but only trade with capital that you can afford to lose, number one. And second to that, I could hold this for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, not a problem. And I feel, I might be very wrong here, but I feel like I'm getting a pretty good price down here. If I'm lucky enough to be able to buy where I want to buy next, around the 16.5s, that's going to be fantastic. If I'm lucky enough to buy lower than that, again, absolutely fantastic. And I am going to hold this for a return back into this value area up here before I sell. I'm not holding for the high by any means. I'll have sold long before we get back to this high, that's for absolutely sure. I'm not holding out for a new all-time high. Who knows, again, I can't predict the market. Who knows what's going to happen when it comes to achieving an all-time high again in the future. But that's what I'm seeing. That is my plan. That's my kind of take on this. I just wanted to share that with you in case it helps, in case it adds value. And yeah, just to sign off on, again, make sure you're trading with a plan, managing your capital. Please only trade with capital that you can afford to lose. And hopefully we can all benefit from the crypto prices that we are seeing here, especially if we can regain some ground here, get back up into this value area, and who knows, maybe see an all-time high in the future. But yeah, hope that helps. That's all from me for now. And as always, trade with an edge, trade with consistency, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the channel soon. Bye, guys.